After completing set 1, set 2, set 3, there is thinking stimulation cards. Now we'll take one step ahead. We'll now go to whole brain thinking stimulation cards. Now there's a difference between thinking stimulation and whole brain thinking stimulation. So when we say thinking stimulation, what it does is in set 1, 2, 3, they will take care of one part of the brain or thinking skills and stimulate them. But when we say whole brain thinking stimulation, it takes care of the whole brain working together. Now what happens when the whole brain works together? So there are two lobes, the right lobe and the left lobe of the brain, and they've been attached with corpus callosum. When both the brains work together, the corpus callosum also becomes stronger. And with this two functioning, the whole level of thinking is elevated. So the cards that we're going to introduce to the baby from set 4 are similar to flashcards, but the way they impact the child now here in this program is completely different. Now we'll first see flashcards and understand how flashcards are. So flashcards have an image on the front side and a matter on the back side. We show the cards at a speed. Like we'll just go at grapes, raspberry, apple, banana and so on. The concept of flashcards is to develop photographic memory. So when we say photographic memory, it means capturing whatever is seen as a photograph as an image. An image that stays for a longer time. And from that image, we can again take on information, whatever we would have missed out. So suppose if you've seen an image of kiwi and recollect the outer layer, inner layer and so on. So everything is there. We refer the same image again and again. This is what is being developed by flashcards, which we say as photographic memory. Photographic memory plays a very crucial role in developing the brain, in the intelligence. Anything and everything that we remember in our life is through images. If I'll say some words, see what you get in your brain. Somewhere you would be able to get present to. Ball, tree, train, plane, volcano, Amitabh Bachchan, flower, Caesar. What do you get? Do you get the images? Isn't it? Yes. Anything and everything. In fact, things like volcano, earthquake, you will get their images. That's how our brain is designed to. It remembers things with images. It's so simple. You've always seen that. A school-going child, a preschool-going child remembers this poem like this and remembers those rhymes till date. Before you've become a mother and someone says, check and Jill, and you'll be able to complete it. Went up the hill and to fetch a pail of water, and you've remembered it. Now what about our 8th standard and 9th standard poetries and topics? We don't. Why? Because the way we have learned them is through words. So again, going back to the science, our brain has two lobes, the right lobe and the left lobe. Right lobe it stores memory in form of images. It gets strengthened by more images, creativities, colors and rhythms. And the left brain, it works more with numbers and words, lines. So what happens in our childhood days, the right brain is extremely active. For the first 3 years, the right brain is super solid, active, dominant, and left brain is passive. And then it happens that after 3 years, left brain becomes stronger, more words learned, more numbers knowing, concepts. So it starts becoming, it's being used more, and it starts suppressing the right brain. Now what happens is, over a period of time, we take information with words and matters and lectures. The memory here is in form of words, And when left brain gives this part of information to the right brain says, no images, no entry, I cannot store it, sorry. And then it again throws back. What happens? Left brain works again, read answer again. Remember the school days when we used to write A-P-P-L-E apple, A-P-P-L-E apple, A-P-P-L-E apple, A-P-P-L-E apple, A-P-P-L-E apple. A whole page, a whole line with apple. Why? Because we believe that with repetition our brain will remember. That's correct, but that's half knowledge, which is dangerous. What's the rest of the knowledge? So this is how we'll understand how our brain actually works. So the moment child is taken A-P-P-L-E apple, A-P-P-L-E apple, it goes to the right brain says no image, sorry, I cannot take it. It throws back. It goes same with science, answers, question answers, whatever information we learn, we study, we try to remember, right brain does not take, no images, no entry. And then with this regular working of left brain and right brain, left brain gets irritated. It's so long that I've been taking information, and right brain, you're not storing it. This is not done. I will create my own memory and save things. I don't care about you. And then that's the time when short memory comes in place. Left brain takes care of a short-term memory. Information has come in, it's going to stay here. Left brain is no more going to send it to the right brain. What happens here is, as it's not, left brain is not structured and made up such that it remembers. It will store memory, but it does not have a lot of space. When it has got less space and more information has to be stored now, what happens? House full, rejection. So not possible. What will the left brain do? Oh, this is old memory, old information, I don't require it. Let me remove this. Let the new one come. Can you get present to something that we've done in our life? We've given the exam of 6th standard, we've entered 7th standard, and we've forgotten the answers. We have done few repetitions and we forget. We don't remember things. Why? Because the way we've remembered things is not the way our brain is designed. I've been accredited with as a trainer for mind maps. I used to take workshop for corporates and schools, in schools for teachers and students and for parents. We found out that when you study and remember the things in such a way that the brain is designed to, we remember them like this. Otherwise we move out. So these are the studies and researches which have been incorporated in this program, wherein baby is now trained to take in information in such a way, maybe images and words, such that it stores in the right brain directly. So what will happen in years later from now is, whatever information comes in is welcomed and stored. In other words, not much of repetition required, no frustration, no stress, remember. No, it's like this, I remember it, I know it. So that's where the whole program takes place. Saying it in simple words, we are training baby to take in information in such a way that it directly gets stored in the right brain and is available for a longer span of time whenever required. So though the program has few cards with images and few words, around 120 words, they are not a bag full of information that will make the life go simple, but they are enough for the brain to build its muscle in taking in information and remembering it in such a way that it's there for life. We're not focusing on quantity of the information but developing the quality of the brain. That's what the whole brain thinking stimulation card is going to do. So now we'll see what the cards are and how do we move ahead with. So once we've done with set 1, set 2, set 3, we'll start with set 4. Again, as the earlier sets, Set 4 also has a parent guide which explains you things in detail. Week 1, week 2, week 3 and week 4. So here there are 12 cards in each set, and these cards have an image. There is a different purpose that these flashcards are going to serve to the baby. Generally we show flashcards from 3 months to 6 years, but the way baby will take in information or learn from the same set of flashcards would be different. So here a 6-month-old baby or a 9-month-old baby who's already been exposed to set 1, set 2, set 3 is mastered on thinking skills. The way the flashcards are going to come is completely different. And we'll also see set 5 because there's a connectivity between these cards. So in set 5 we've got actions and domestic animals. Again week 1, week 2, week 3 and week 4. And a parent guide. So to understand the whole brain development, we will require few more sets. So the whole concept of whole brain thinking stimulation goes at a longer span. So along with set 4, set 5 will take these cards from set 6. Again these cards have the same way. They are like week 1, week 2, week 3 and week 4. And then we'll take the same another set of cards which are there in set 7, which is week 1, 2, 3 and 4 and set 8. So here we'll be understanding the whole program on how it goes. Week 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now I'll explain you how do we move ahead with whole brain thinking stimulation. So how are you going to use these cards and how do we move ahead. So while you're doing set 4, you will have week 1, show the cards the same way as you were showing it in the earlier. Just a reminder, go as fast as you can. Baby's information taking capacity is extremely high. When you and I with full attention see something, we can take around 147 informations. By the same time, baby takes 2000 information per second. They are 14 times much more capable than what we are. Amazing, isn't it? That's the reality. So go at a speed with saying, have a spark and enthusiasm in your voice. It's like lips, nose, ears, eyes, hair, face, chest, back, shoulder, neck, and so on. So you show every time before you start and after you end, have an announcement time. So before you start, it's like, now you're going to do some brain exercise, you're going to learn something, enjoy time, and so on. And end with kiss, hug, love, and something that's builds up an association. It is extremely important to have that association. So this is learning, and learning comes with joy, entertainment. When you can actually do that, for lifelong learning would be fun. Trust me, no stress. Your children exam will no more be your exams when you follow the method in this program. So while we're doing set 4, we'll have week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4 done. Unlike the cards that we were doing it earlier where we used to color them and show it, when we're going to do set 5, we take new cards, new set of cards for set 5. With the week 1 pile, we'll show them again. In the same manner what we did the set 4. Here we're going to alter something different. With cards from set 4, week 1, what we'll do is we'll take the back side. We've just read the name. Now each card has 3 lines. This 3 lines says something about it. Now this is how our brain functions. The brain functions on 2 pillars. Or there are 2 pillars for brain functioning. Imagination and association. What we did right now is imagination, images. We've introduced baby with different images. Now it's time for associations. So what is association? Association is having two different information, two different set of things having a common connection. So that's a very crucial part. Any question has an answer is an association. Anything that we think, any process that we do is association. Rather, our whole thinking process goes on association. Like I'm thinking that we're going to go for a picnic, and on a picnic we will go in a bus, and bus will have passengers around, and there would be sound and air coming in, and then we'll have those pillows with us, and for those pillows we'll require bags, and the bags should be smooth to pull and easy to carry. And for bags, I'll go to shopping at, say, Bandra. We've got good range of bags there. How will I go to Bandra? It's like a car and everything. So you can see I started with the picnic and I landed up with my journey to Bandra. This is how our brain functions, the process called association. This we're going to master in the child. We all do that, and this is mastering. So each card has 3 sentences on the back. So while we are with the set 5, we're going to highlight first line, highlight few words from the first line. So it says, tongue is the sense organ that helps to speak and taste food. So what we're going to do here is highlight something that you want to get associated to. It will be helps to speak, or just for speaking, or taste food. So whatever I would say, I'll say taste food, and I will highlight the word here, taste food. And it could be teeth are used to chew and break down food. So I can have break down food, I can have chew, or anything that I would. So what we do is, with set 5, in set 5, when we've already showed week 1 cards of set 5, we'll take week 1 of set 4. And this time, we're not going to say tongue, but what you've highlighted, that is taste food, chew, door to the mouth, helps to smell. See that you have just 2, 3, maximum 4 words, and move as fast as you can. So what will happen is, baby will see this image, and remember, like this is nose, but here I'm listening something else, isn't it? So the association will start, lot of things will happen in brain. Now there's one common thing between set 4 and set 5, the same cards is the image. So by now baby has the image clear in mind. The photographic memory has been developed to that extent, they see and they remember, they see and they remember. The image will not be new to the baby. But what's going to be different is the words that they're going to hear. Now what will happen here is, it will take time to grasp those words. Just for a metaphor to understand, suppose you see a glimpse, a second while you are changing the channels, you see a glimpse of a channel, and you can make out that this is this particular movie or something. The memory of vision is extremely powerful. The images is extremely powerful. By seeing, we remember things for a longer time, very long time, and to a very great extent. But if you, at the same time, if you hear a sentence, it would be difficult for you to tell which movie was this sentence from. The auditory memory is less. So that's the reason you will see baby may not see the card. Baby would be moving around the room or maybe distracted, but still listening. So if the baby does not see, it's fine. You go on showing it with those short words that you've marked and move ahead. So this is what we're going to do while we're introducing set 5. Now time comes for set 6. So while showing set 6, we'll again have, in set 6 there are 6 image cards and there are word cards which will be showing them. But while set 6 with this images will have the first line of set 5 cards and the second line of set 4 cards. So in the similar way that we highlighted the first line, we will now highlight the words from second line. So like its eyes, washing the eyes with cold water keeps them bright and sparkling. So we just have wash the eyes, or we have them bright and sparkling. Bright and sparkling is enough. It may not make sentences, but it builds up association. So this is what we do while we are introducing set 6 to the baby. So set 6 images, first line of set 5, second line of set 4. The same thing when we have come to set 7. So set 7 will have new set of image cards, first line of set 6, second line of set 5, third line of set 4. Will have all these cards shown together. I repeat, your baby may not sit for a longer time, but here seeing is not important, listening is important. Let the baby roam around in the room and it's fine. While we are introducing set 8, we have those image cards for set 8. We've got first line of set 7, second line of set 6, third line of set 5, and with set 4, we are going to develop association in a new level. So this is year. So what we'll be doing it, so we'll write year, years, and show it to the baby. And every card will just have the things written. Nose, ears, and now baby will see, will not see, but that's fine. You show it and then you have these cards stuck on the wall. When baby will be seeing this image and the word here, the alphabetical representation also gets associated. This is the foundation of the language. So this is how we will be taking care of whole brain development, where image and words, the right brain and the left brain, image and the matter, the words, the images and the words, they go hand in hand. And this process of going hand in hand strengthens the bonding between left and right brain. It's working. The corpus callosum becomes strong. The gut feeling, the sixth sense of the baby becomes more stronger, and the function of the whole brain gets elevated. So this is what the whole brain thinking stimulation cards goes. Now we'll see the next on words.